Hey guys, it's Jason, this is Ben, and you're at the death list. Now, hey, today I want to do a real quick, 2-minute video on the worst Friday the 13th ever produced.
Oh, I thought you were going to talk about the worst Friday the 13th experience I ever had. I can deal with talking about the movie.
Yeah. So, we did a podcast on this, and you guys can go listen, but I want to tell you our number one, the shittiest Friday the 13th, which I love all of Friday the 13th, but the worst one happens to be Friday the 13th, Part 8, Jason Takes Manhattan, man. Or Jason rides a boat for an hour and then eventually ends up in Manhattan, right?
That's a better description of the movie. It really is. They should put that on the box art.
Now look, like I said before, I don't like bashing on Friday the 13th, but they're slashers. They're supposed to be shitty, right?
Yeah, they're not all supposed to make sense, right? It's supernatural horror.
Exactly.
It's a little like liberties taken with it.
But man, they went crazy. I guess the director in this one decided, hey, when he got the nod or whatever, he got signed off the paperwork that, hey, you're allowed to direct this next Friday the 13th Part 8. He says, do I have to stick around? Do I have to stay in Camp
Free
Crystal
creative
Lake?
license is what you're getting at, right? Do what you want.
And the studio goes, yeah, no problem. Go where you want to go, right?
Yeah.
And so he's like, fuck it, I'll just go to New York. Which, in theory, that sounds cool.
Right.
I dig that, man.
Yeah.
But I think when they start doing logistics, they realize how freaking expensive it is to film in New York.
Well, also, like, it raises this little problem that he had to dig a causeway from the lake, like a trench type area to be able to carry the water and the vessel, the ship you mentioned, from Camp Crystal Lake actually into, like, the Atlantic Ocean, which hits, like, Manhattan.
What the fuck are they thinking? Where? I thought lakes were surrounded by land.
Yeah.
Last time I checked,
it's kind of like a definition of a lake. Right. Fresh body of water surrounded by land. Right.
But somehow this one's only about an hour away from New York City or however that works out. We don't have Hank here to tell us exactly how New York works, but anyway. So what happens? Jason is at the bottom of Camp Crystal Lake, and so this boat, these guys, it's the classic. Teens are going to start screwing on the boat, but their anchor hits electric cable. Right?
No fornication on a rough bridge water crossing when Jason's around.
No, exactly. This cable breaks. It goes to the classic Frankenstein moment where it shocks the dead, drowned Jason, and boom, he's back to life.
Electrocution does it every time, man.
Yes. Climbs on the boat, kills everybody, and then hitchhikes, I guess, into a bigger boat. A bigger boat that's heading to New York, or Manhattan.
Yes, Big Apple.
Right. Luckily on this, besides the cast is being freaking horrible, right? I mean, you had everything that you hate and your stereotypical slasher. But the nice thing is there's plenty of people on this boat to kill. Now, it takes a little while to get around to it, and once again, they did an hour plus on this boat, and when all you want to do is I want to see this thing and go to New York. Where are we getting to New York? Where are we getting to New York? Finally, we get to New York after multiple deaths, and get me wrong, I like some of the deaths in there. Death by Sauna Rock. Where have you ever seen that before? I have never seen that before, man. So we basically get to New York where you can enjoy maybe the last 20 minutes, 15 minutes of it. I don't know how long it took him to film that part of it, but and you get some iconic scenes. Tell me Jason in Manhattan when he walks in, or Jason in New York or Times Square isn't pretty badass.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. My favorite is like the one that's memeable across the universe where he kicks the boombox.
That is cool. All those little punks out there. That would have been me. I've been there going, yeah, fuck you, guy. And he kicked my box, and then he lifts the mask. I'd be like, you're right. I'm out of here. So
there's some good stuff in this one.
There is
high kill count as well.
Very high kill count,
and
I would say. My favorite scene out of this whole thing is I'm going to punch your head off, and Jason uppercuts a dude, and his head comes clean. It's such a clean break off the head, rolls into a dumpster, trying to stay, don't want to litter in New York, right? I think it's a law. You can't do that. Very a la, Killer Clowns from Outer Space, right?
Sure.
Other than that, man, this thing is a turd. I ain't going to lie, man. It is bad, and
it's long.
Very long.
Ridiculous.
It's ridiculous, and... But as a purist, you have to watch this thing, right? So as a bashing this in our little, 2-minute talk about, once again, Friday the 13th, Jason Takes Manhattan. Why can't he take the Bronx? Too tough?
I don't know, probably.
Too tough?
Probably too tough.
Jason Takes Queens?
Runs into some street gangs and stuff there, some graffiti, maybe some B-box squads or something.
Whatever
the heck was happening back then.
Are you surprised at this, that Jason has become the hero for, 30 seconds? Remember that girl was getting...
You mentioned this on the podcast.
Yeah, her hair went overdose, and the guy's going to start raping her, We're like, all right, this Uncle Creepy moment coming up real quick. And then Jason's like, nuh-uh.
Come on.
No one's killing on the show except me, right?
Yeah, went a little Marvel Universe on that, man. Had to be the hero. Put the cape on.
Exactly, right? I don't know if I like that. I kind of like, but would you want to see join in?
Just evil all the time,
Yes,
Jason.
dude.
We could have killed them all.
Yeah, there you
Her
go.
included.
Yeah, very good.
I'd have been
man.
fine with that.
Great week we found an actual VHS copy of this.
Yeah,
It's
well,
yours.
you know, that's mine.
Yeah, look at you, man. You've been so nice.
I'm
So,
a hipster.
but once again, as in the worst in the franchise, it's not that bad, man. You know what I'm saying? You can it's still palatable. Is that the word I'm looking for?
Yeah, you can stomach through it.
Stomach through it a little bit and go. So there's a little quick review on this. I would say out of 12 movies, this will be the 12th one you need to watch.
There you go.
But get on it,
Maybe
man.
11, I don't know.
All right. So guys, thanks for watching. And I want you to remember one thing. You must die.